Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Gaming Droid, and welcome back to Modern Skyblock 3 here in episode 14, I believe. Not 100% sure. So, we've moved our Britannia, or most of it, over. We've still got our Pure Daisies over there. I've made 3 more Ender Flames, and we've adjusted this down to 2,000 ticks. I should probably put it more at like 1,400, because a minute is 1,200, and coal lasts for 5 minutes, so a little bit over 5 minutes. We'll have a little bit of time where each one is not functional, but that's been running for a little while. And if I get my wand out, we'll see that I have a decent amount of mana built up. The other thing I did was I created a hydrangea and put it on enchanted soil, which is grass with an overgrowth seed. And as you can see, this one's not going to decay. This one is going to decay. This one's going to slowly decay over time, even though it produces mana steadily. And you can see it is producing mana because it's got the little blue particles coming out of it. They eat the water and then produce mana. What I did, if we have a look at T, is I used the command lootbags_item_dump. This produces a text folder, and basically it tells you your chance of getting any particular item. So I did that so that I could see if there was any loot bag that gives me a better chance of getting overgrowth seeds, because I want overgrowth seeds. In reality, there's no loot bag that gives a better chance. All loot bags give a 0.233 chance of chance of getting an overgrowth seed. So what I want is I want to open lots and lots of small loot bags. So if we look up loot bag in here, nope, not loot bag, loot. We've got the loot recycler at loot. This thing, bag storage. It's made with 2 iron, a chest, and some chiseled stone. And I want to do this. So stone. We should have a chest in here. Chest and 2 iron. And the reason I want to do this is because there's a nice little trick. So all the loot bags have a 0.23% chance of dropping a overgrowth seed. So what I want is I want more bags. So low quality bags are... Matt boss his head. Low quality bags are perfectly fine. So what I can do is I can throw all my loot bags in here, and instead of having a small number of high quality bags, I can have 99 low quality bags. So all of these have a chance of dropping an overgrowth seed, and the same chance of dropping an overgrowth seed as higher up ones. So there's no point in me worrying about using high up ones yet. High up ones have different items in them that I might want later. But in reality, the drop chance of overgrowth seeds is based entirely on opening bags. So the more bags we open, the better our chance of getting overgrowth seeds. So I'm literally just going to load down this chest with loot bags to open and hope that we get some overgrowth seeds from it. And fingers crossed, when we come back, we will find that we have overgrowth seeds sitting somewhere. Now, I do kind of need to have an automated output as well because of just the sheer amount of stuff produced by that. But the colossal chest will store plenty for now. But we can automate that later on. That is something we definitely want to look into automating later on. But for now, I want to look at making better metal. Basically making these things more efficient. And if we look up, for instance, condenser. That's got an efficiency of 50, then we get 100, 121. We can't make bronze because we can't mix metals yet. Steel's 170, 130 for electrum. If we go up to endstone, 660% efficiency. 660% efficiency basically means we will get 6 times as much metal from a single dust as we do from our stone condenser. And it is... apart from the light matter and the refined osmium, it is, I believe... oh no, the Manulian one is slightly better. But apart from Manulian, light matter, and osmium, it is the best condenser. And for this, we need endstone. And for endstone, we need diorite. Now what we could do is we could mix nether quartz and stone. That would take a lot of nether quartz and stone. That would take a lot of nether quartz. And currently our only way of getting nether quartz is to wash dirty nether quartz. This is our only way of getting nether quartz. It would take a long time. However, what we can do to get diorite is we can use an alchemical catalyst. So if we look up diorite, we can make diorite in a mana pool using an alchemical catalyst. And these are not hard to make, surprisingly. If we grab 2 blaze rods, which have been sitting in there for God knows how long, and some cobblestone, we can make ourselves 2 brewing stands. And if we add to the brewing stands a mana pearl, which means we need an ender pearl, and we can just throw that in there. No. We can just throw that. We can... 1 second. You empty yourself into here, please. There we go. Throw the ender pearl in there, and then get 4 of these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should be able to make ourselves a alchemy catalyst. I'm missing something. Let's have a look. Alchemical catalyst. We need 2 gold ingots. That's not expensive. We have 2 gold ingots sitting ready to go in there. Up. And there we go. So we have an alchemical catalyst now. Now we need probably about 2 stacks of diorite in the end. We need probably about 2 stacks of diorite to do everything that I want to do using diorite. And for that we need, if we look up diorite, to make 2 stacks of diorite we need 2 stacks of andesite, and to make 2 stacks of andesite we need 2 stacks of stone. So do we have chiseled stone, and we can unchisel that into basic stone because it doesn't accept chiseled varieties by the looks of it. Let's unchisel that. Now this is going to use up quite a bit of mana, but we do have ongoing mana generation. Huh. Maybe it's a minute and a half needed. Ah well. We're almost out of coal anyway. So that's not used up a huge amount. Okay, so a stack is using up probably 1 tick of my mana pool. Yeah, that's fine. And we can continue to just mass produce diorite using this. Now this means that certain recipes we can do in the mana pool have changed now. The mana pool recipes have changed. But that's okay, we don't have to worry too much about that. We need ender pearls, sugar, nether quartz and bone block. Ender pearls we don't have to worry too much about. We are getting nebulous hearts from our crafter. Sugar, again, not something we need to worry about. So there's sugar. And then we need nether quartz. Nether quartz is something that's a little bit harder to get. We have to grind up netherrack. But do we have a grinder still, or did we break our grinder? We have a normal grinder. Okay, that's fine. We'll just use a normal grinder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. And we'll just grind this up, get some nether quartz. Hopefully we'll get enough nether quartz to... Because the other thing we have to remember as well is that the casing of our combustion engine affects its efficiency. So if we have a look at casing, right now we are using a netherrack casing which has a fuel efficiency of 40%. So we're using up a lot of fuel. This has a slightly lower heat max, but has a fuel efficiency of 660%, so it would use up a hell of a lot less fuel. Now, it has a slightly lower fuel efficiency, but that's not a massive problem. But if we look up combustor, we're currently using an iron combustor, which has 100% speed and 121 efficiency. We could go to an end stone, which has 660 and 660, and we can actually use ender pearls as a fuel source if we so desire. We got 23 dirty quartz there. That's not terrible. Now, what I did do is I did do a large batch of gem shining or gem polishing. And when I did a large batch of gem polishing, one thing I did is I put all the gems away, all the gems I didn't need. But the one thing I didn't do was put away the metals I didn't need, because I wanted you to see the kind of metals we were getting. We got yellorite, zinc, tungsten, platinum, aluminium, copper, tin, iron, lead, silver, and gold, all from basically getting enough diamond. Because that was what we did. That was why we did it, was we were after diamond. So we have diorite, ender pearls, and sugar, and nether quartz. And then we need bone block. Now, I'm not sure if bone block is bone meal or uses, recipe. It's bone meal, so that's not a massive problem. In fact, I'm going to save the ribs because the ribs have other uses. We have a whole pile of bone down here. And while we're down here, we can empty this out in the hopes of maybe getting a few more growth seeds. Not getting any overgrowth seeds at the moment, but that's okay. And in here, 64 bones. I wonder if the dump file lied, but I don't think it did lie. I don't think the dump file lied. I think the dump file was telling the truth, because it did say 0.23% chance on every single level. And that's quite a low chance, so you can't expect to get hundreds of them. So now let's have a look at the actual recipe. The actual recipe for endstone is 62424. So let's put everything down at the bottom here. 6, 2, 4 nickels, 2 sugar, 2 this, and 4 these. 6, 2, 4, 2, 4. Yeah, so 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, and 2. So that's where we are at the moment. So there's one end stone, and we let this heat up. And we make another end stone. We let it heat up. And another end stone. So there's 4 end stone. We've got enough for another 6, 2, 4, 2, and 4. So there's another end stone for us. And then we need more bone blocks, strangely enough. Bone blocks is currently our limitation. Now, the advantage is we are getting things like ender pearls from this as well. Oh, there we go, overgrowth seed. Lovely. That's what we were looking for. So we are getting overgrowth seeds from this pack then. Excellent, we got some nebulous quartz as well. Some nebulous hearts as well, which means more ender pearls. Let's grab some more bone. Bone meal really is the sort of big big cost in this one. Recipe, and there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So we got up to 11 endstone at the end of that particular usage combination. And the question is, where do we want to go with that? So with 11 endstone, I think the only thing we can make is a casing. Because it takes 8 endstone to make a heat component, or 8 endstone to make an endstone alchemy component. And both of those are... I wonder, does the efficiency of a combustion chamber give you... We're actually going to pop into here and have a look at combustion heaters. Does the efficiency give you more return from it? I wonder. We can check that. So the efficiency on a wooden combustion heater is 50%. Do we still have our wooden combustion heater? We don't, but we can easily make a wooden combustion heater. So I'm going to make myself a wooden combustion heater, and I'm going to see what happens when I do a recipe in the wooden combustion heater. So the efficiency of the wooden combustion heater is only 50%. So let's look up, say, gunpowder. So the recipe for gunpowder in a combustion heater is 1 to 3. So if it is 50%, I should get less than 3 back from 1 flint. But it does make a 6. Okay, so it's not to do with item efficiency. So we can't get more efficient manufacturing of endstone by doing that. That's fine. It was worth a go. So for now, at least, we will consider... Ooh, I don't really know what the best way to... Because what we're missing at the moment is we're missing endstone, is missing nether quartz. We have ender pearls, we have diorite, we have bone, we have sugar. What we're missing at the moment is we are missing nether quartz. And to get nether quartz, we need to grind up netherrack. So I suppose we just want to make the casing, which means we need coarse fruit, and coarse fruit is ender eyes and a melon. Okay. But let's get on with a few more of these quests. We need to make a passive generation ring, a band of aura. And that requires us to make a mana rune, which is 5 mana steel and a mana pearl. Now we do have 18 mana steel in here, which we've just been getting from loot boxes. So that's not too bad. And he's feeding into there, so he's using up mana to make the mana thing. We'll need some of these, and we'll need our wand, which we have here. No? It's our wand. Did I put our wand away in the chest? Where did I put my wand? I can almost guarantee I put my wand in the big chest. I can almost guarantee I put the wand in here, didn't I? I don't see the one. There's the chisel. I don't see the wand. There it is. I put it away in the chest. This is why I need RF tools storage. So that gives us a mana rune. And with a mana rune we can make a ring of passive generation. Like that. And that will mean that we slowly generate mana just as we walk around. It's not a lot of mana, but it will help just to keep things ticking along nicely. We also need to create a rune of fire, earth, and air. So the rune of fire is mana powder, nether wart, gunpowder, nether brick, mana steel. Nether wart, I think, is going to be the problem. I think we're going to have to go with spider eyes on grass because I don't think I have nether wart spores. So spider eyes. 54. We also need a bone meal so that we can get some long grass. And we'll need our infusion stone. Now I think we do have some soul sand. We do. We have soul snad, which is even better. There is a chorus fruit. Do we have endstone on us? We do. Let's drop you down here with a chorus. No? Had we plant a chorus fruit? Oh, we don't need a chorus fruit. We need a chorus seed, don't we? Chorus flower. Pop a chorus fruit into a mana pool with an alchemical catalyst. A popped chorus fruit. So we have to smelt this chorus fruit, pop it, turn it into a flower, and then we can grow the flower, and that will give us access to a lot of chorus fruit. Isn't it nice when things come together? There we go. So this will allow us to grow chorus. Excellent. And you are needed to make the fire rune. So let's have a look. Fire runes are mana steel, mana powder, nether wart, nether brick, and gunpowder. We should have gunpowder and nether brick pretty much readily available. Nether brick and gunpowder, and we need one for mana powder. Now I'm not sure if we can actually make mana powder. Nope, that makes flint, so we have to break you. And then we can drop you in here. And then we can get our gunpowder back by doing that. Lovely. Gunpowder, nether wart, nether brick, mana steel, mana powder. There we go. And this shouldn't take long at all because it's a base level rune. Okay, so we're generating a teeny tiny amount of mana as we go about. And we've still got plenty left in the mana pool just from our passive generation of endo flames using a couple of stacks of coal. That's the equivalent of about 2 stacks of coal turned into coal blocks. So what I'll do is I'll probably speed up this bit. We need to make the earth rune, which is stone, coal, and mushrooms. Easy enough. And the air rune, which is string, feather, and white carpet, which should be easy enough because we have had chickens spawn. I think if we go through to the nether we can get a feather straight away because there's usually just a chicken chilling out in the nether. There we go. The feather went through to the other side. Of course the feather went through to the other side. Don't delete your archaic bricks, you can use them for UU matter later on. Ooh, nice. I haven't been deleting my archaic bricks, but there we go. So we've got a feather, we need a string and a carpet. And there we go, we also have chorus fruit. We didn't get a huge amount of chorus fruit, but what we can do is we can cook up another one, and we can re-alchemize it to make another seed. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to be doing a little bit of resource grinding off screen. I'm going to be allowing my mob farm to do its business. We might upgrade the mob farm. Where am I going? I need to alchemize this first. We're going to be upgrading the mob farm because basically I just need more mob drops. I wonder if I can get endstone. One second, let me check. Can I get endstone from Enderium, End of the World, Ender Pearls, Ender Staff, Friender Pearl, Summoning Pendulum, Rending Gale, Record of the End of the World, Ender Pearl, Ender Staff, Friender Pearl, Rending Gale. We have a very, very tiny chance of getting a Rending Gale, but no, we can't get endstone from loot bags, which is a pity. But what I'll do is I'll do some more loot bagging to get some more materials and some more resources. I mean, we're getting like a nice supply of all sorts of resources doing this. Whether it's gems or it's emeralds or it's just general resources like gunpowder and things like that. So we are getting a nice supply of resources. I'm going to continue looking for a few more overgrowth seeds, because overgrowth seeds are very useful. I mean, to give you an idea of how useful they are, they're dropped by the end boss of Britannia. And there's an overgrowth seed immediately upon saying that. So they're dropped by the bosses that come out at the end of Britannia. And I will see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye, everybody.